I'm live right now. What was that?
I don't know.
Hey guys, what's happening? Guess I'll give a few minutes for everybody to come in. You guys hear that noise? There's nothing I can do about it. That would be my son taking a shower in the other room. Sorry, Charlie. Hey, Lori. Hey, JR. Hey, Afton. You guys, it's like 150 degrees in here tonight. So we're kind of in the dark. One light because it's so hot in here, you guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. This room just runs so freaking hot. Hey, darling. What's happening, girlfriend? Hey, Tina. How are you? Hey, JR. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I'm back finally. That 2 weeks turned into 3 weeks. Sorry, guys. Had a lot going on. You know, you go on vacation, you come home, you need a vacation from the vacation. It's kind of like that. Yeah. Whew. So I'm going to try really hard not to complain about how freaking hot it is in this stupid room. Did I mention how hot it is in this room? I don't know what it is. I have, like, in the afternoon, the sun's on the back part of my house. It's not even up here. So I don't know why this room runs so freaking hot. I did enjoy myself. Had a lot of fun. Flew into Kansas City, hung out with my sister for most of that day, went to sleep, woke up the next morning, left for Indiana, road trip. We got to Indiana that afternoon. Like, we went and saw my parents' house, the house that they lived in when my dad passed. And it was so depressing because, of course, you know, my mom and dad were so proud of that house and that land. And the people that have it now are basically just using it as like a storage unit, like a trash dump. So I was looking through the windows and it was just, it was tough seeing it like that. Like, yeah, but it's in the past and I'm just letting it go. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. So. Hey, Palmetto, how you doing? Hey, Tina. Opening the windows and turning on the fan doesn't work in here. There's something about this room. Like, it's small. And it's so always so stagnant in here. I don't know what the heck it is. I don't know if I don't know, maybe hubby needs to clean the vents out or something. I don't know what it is, girl, but it's hot. Oops. Of course, my phone is cranked all the frickin' way up. But yeah, it was good. And then later that night, my little brother and his son got to town, so we hung out. We saw my aunt and my cousin, and then the next day, what did we do the next day? We went to the cemeteries, mom and dad's grave, and to our grandparents' graves, and our aunt and uncle's graves, and our great-grandparents' graves, and our cousins' graves that had passed. So we went there. We went to the family reunion the next day. We had that day we went out to lunch and a bunch of the family came. So we got to see a bunch of people before the next day for the reunion. So the next day was a reunion. We had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. Hey, Kim. So I see this guy in this like motorized wheelchair coming up towards like where we're having the reunion. And I said to my sister, I'm like, who is that? And she's like, that's Uncle Frank. And I'm like, I mean, I didn't even recognize him. I don't even recognize him. I haven't seen him since 2017. My sister and brother flew out for my aunt's funeral, so they saw him in 2019, but I haven't seen him in 4 years. And I'm really glad I went. I mean, I got to spend a few minutes with him. He ended up having like some kind of attack to where he couldn't breathe. He couldn't catch his breath, so he left. His wife drove him home. But I was just grateful that I got to see him, you know? So if anything happens, at least I got to spend some time with him. So yeah, but that was the tough part. But the good part was, you know, I got to see family I hadn't seen in forever. And then then Monday morning, my brother and his son, my nephew, drove back to Iowa, and my sister and I drove back to Kansas City. And we stopped, you know, a couple places along the way and had fun. And then we had a blast. Like the entire time I was there, we had such a blast. I had so much fun. We went to see a Royals game. We went to the casino. We went like we were tearing up the town. We were running all over the place. I had a blast. It could be the insulation in this room for all I know. It's just so friggin' hot all the time. No one needs a vacation more than someone who just had one. Exactly, JR, exactly. Aw, that's sad, Lori. I'm sorry. Ken, I'm so glad to be back. I missed you, girlfriend. You doing okay? Hey, Pat. Hey, girl. What's happening? Hey, Kim. How's it going? Oh, my goodness. It's actually cooling down a little bit, so maybe that's a good thing. If y'all hear the noise in the background, on the other side of the wall, that's a full bathroom back there, and my son is taking a shower because he's going to some, I don't know, get together or something. He called it something. I don't know what he said. Yeah, so yeah. Yes, I had an absolute blast. But then literally I came home and so while I was at my sister's, I had like the headache from hell. I slept for like 22 hours. Like I could not get up because my head hurt so freaking bad. I thought I was going to die. It was horrible. I came really close to going to the emergency room. But fortunately, I was able to just kind of hang in there and fight it off. So, but while I was out there, I was having like a lot of headaches, and it could be, you know, barometric pressure changes because I'm in a different place. Who the hell knows? But anyway, God, I turned you down. Why are you so loud? What the hell? You guys, I don't know why this is so loud. So then I came home and had like headaches pretty frequently. It's like my headaches have obviously gotten worse. I need to go see my neurosurgeon, but I can't stand my neurosurgeon. He's a moron, so I'm trying to find a new one. So I'm currently in the process of finding a new one, you know. Oh, one thing I did when I was in Kansas City, of course, we went to cemeteries. On the way home from Indiana to Casey, we stopped at some cemeteries, and I have family buried all over Indiana. So we were at all those cemeteries putting down flowers. And then we went to a bunch of cemeteries in KC. Well, we also went to some thrift shops, okay? And I found this shirt, and I was like, I must have this shirt. I think it was like $4 maybe or something. But I don't know if you guys can even see it. I don't even think you guys can see it. Hold on. Make America kind again. It's not political. Has nothing to do with our former president. I saw it and I was like, that's the perfect shirt, because that's exactly what we need. We need to make America kind again. Well, we do. Yeah, so anyway, I'm blabbering on and on. Wow, lots of children cases going on. Yes, there are far too many, Tina. Speaking of that, so All right. Can't for the life of me remember what night it was, but so I've been having my regular dream about the one little girl that I still can't figure out. I started dreaming about this other little girl. Here's a bizarre thing. Okay, so I had the dream that night. The next morning, my husband was like, oh, I just saw somebody posted a video about some little girl that's missing. Excuse me. And this happens a lot. So, of course, I was like, what was her name? It turned out it was the same little girl. He had apparently saw like a notification on his YouTube that somebody had put out a video about her concerning her disappearance. So the little girl, let's see, Summer Moon, Utah Wells. So yeah, so I had a dream about her, which I'm going to do a video about her. You guys, I have so many videos to do. I'm going to do kind of a different video this week. The last night I was in KC, my sister and I stumbled upon this place, and it's a mansion. It's a historic mansion. Anyway, like she was like, I didn't even know this was here type of thing. So I was able to talk to the lady who's like the head of the historical association related to this mansion. And she referred me to this guy who's the head of the paranormal group that investigates this mansion. Okay. So I've been in touch with both of them because I went on the property and I was taking pictures, and y'all, well, you'll have to watch my video. Let me just tell you. I was getting some stuff and I was seeing some things. So, yeah. So, but you'll see. You'll see. Hopefully I can record it tomorrow, as long as it's not 155,000 degrees in here. It's supposed to be like in the high 80s this weekend, and then all of next week is supposed to be like in the high 90s. Kill me. But I would rather have hot weather than freezing cold weather any day. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you put an offer on a house today, Kim. Yeah. Congrats. Hopefully it'll all go through. 5 o'clock play. Okay. Oh, thanks, Candy. Thank you. Am I missing? Hold on, you guys. Let me reset this up, and I'm like so discombobulated today. I don't know what I'm looking at. Very true, Lori. Very true, honey. But houses, you can't just let them sit. It's like cars. You can't just let them sit or they're going to fall apart. Barely ever got headaches, especially after reading Louise L. Hayes. She says the pain troubles in certain areas to certain thoughts and beliefs. You know what? I actually read her books. If I didn't have Chiari, I would be really concerned about my headaches. But because of the Chiari, I think, unfortunately, I think it's just a part of me. Tina, I love this t-shirt. Exactly, Ken. Make America America again. America. Yeah, but I saw this shirt. The first thing I thought of was I should give it to my husband, right? Because I don't know why. I just thought, but once I got it, I fell in love with it, and I didn't want to give it to him. I'll let him wear it, maybe, if he's nice, if he's lucky, if he doesn't ruin it by spilling something down. So y'all, I bought him some shirts. I went to like Marshall's. Where did we go? I can't remember. But like the Marshall's type stores, like TJ Maxx, Marshall's type. I don't remember which one we were in, but I got him some shirts. And what does he do? He wears the one today. And what does he do? He spills coffee down the front of it. So now his neon orange, beautiful t-shirt has coffee stains on it. Yeah, he spills stuff down. He and I are a lot alike. We were in a lot of shirts, I know. Okay. What's his name, Casey Afton? You mean the guy that I was talking to about the mansion? No. His name was Elijah. Yeah. And It's 108 degrees there. Ugh. You know, the day I was, okay, let me tell you guys a little story. So the day I was leaving Kansas City, I get there, you know, and I can't go through the machines where you put your arms out and it goes around you. I can't go through those because I have a shunt on my brain. So I have to sit there and wait until a lady comes and I put my arms out and they pat me down, you know, and I've been through it a million times. Everybody always acts like it's such a big deal, but I'm like, oh no, I don't want anything, honey. Honey, I'm stuffed.
Okay.
Just take it, honey. You eat it. My husband just brought me food, but I'm not eating it because I'm not hungry. So anyway, so I'm sitting there waiting forever. I finally get the pat me down, all that. I was cleared. So I turned the corner and like, bam, there's my gate right there, right? So I was like, oh, that was easy. You know, I thought it was going to be like a long walk. So anyway, I'm sitting there and it comes up that, no, on the way, that's what it was. On the way to the airport, I get a notification that my flight's delayed by 20 minutes. I'm like, whatever. We've already come this far. You know, at that point, it didn't make sense to go back to her house. So I get there and then it comes up that the flight is delayed like another 15 minutes. So I'm like, whatever. So we finally board, we get everybody on the flight, everything's stowed away, we're about to start taxiing, and the captain comes on and says, it seems that there's a problem. So I was going from KC to Dallas and then Dallas to National Airport, which is Reagan National in DC. We have a problem. There's only one runway open in Dallas, so we're unfortunately going to be sitting on the tarmac for an hour to an hour and 20 minutes, I think is what he said. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I have these poor little kids behind me. I have these poor little kids like 5 rows in front of me. And of course, they're agitated and pissed off, which I don't blame them. I was agitated and pissed off too. But on top of it, there was no AC. You heard me right. And it was supposed to be 103 that day in Kansas City. The next day was like 105, right? So it's 103. We have no AC. We're sitting on the tarmac. The captain's like, look, we got special permission. We're going to open the door. So they open the door. Well, then he says, so we hadn't even left our gate. Okay, we hadn't even backed up yet to go to our gate. So technically, yeah, we were on the tarmac, but we were right there by the gate. So the captain comes on and he's like, look, if anybody wants to leave, you can leave. You just need to take all your luggage with you. And if you happen to come back 10 minutes from now and they gave us permission to fly, then you're going to miss your flight. So, of course, everybody's like, okay, well, why in hell would we get off the flight then? You know, right? So wishful thinking. So, you know, everybody's talking to the people around me. Everybody's thinking, oh, maybe it'll just be like 15, 20 minutes. Oh, no, pre-tell. It was an hour and 10 minutes, hour and 20 minutes later. So they finally give us clearance. So we take off, and then he gets down there and he's like, oh, we're in a holding pattern for another 10 minutes. Poor kids, man. These kids were like, it was horrible. We finally take off. So get this. We're landing in Dallas, and it had initially said that my connecting flight was going to be an hour and 45 minutes delayed taking off, right? So I was like, no big deal. I'll get off the flight. I'll get something to eat. I'll sit down for a few minutes. We're rolling up to our gate, and I get an email on my phone that we're so sorry for the inconvenience, but we've changed your flight. See a Southwest flight attendant or ticket attendant. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So I get out, I go to this woman. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. The computer's not up and running. Oh, here's the thing. While we're on that flight, sitting at the gate, not being able to leave, when it's burning up hot in there, they proceed to tell us that Southwest Airlines had some, wait, can you see this? Computer issues on Monday. This was Thursday. And the IT department was doing everything that they could to get it up and running again. That's exactly how the flight attendant said it. So, of course, everybody's like, did they get hacked? Is that what happened? Oh, and here's the other thing. The flight attendant says, well, you all could have just called Southwest and, like, delayed your flight for a couple of days if you wanted to. Well, you know what? Jaw could have sent us an email or a text message saying that, and I would have gladly been one of the people that volunteered to do that. Anyway, okay, so yeah, so go to the second ticket agent. She's like, I'm so sorry, I can't help you. I'm like, you've got to freaking be kidding me. She's like, go over, see that lady right over there, go over there, because I know her computer's working and she should be able to help you. And I'm like, thank you. So I get over there, and these people were really nice. I mean, it wasn't their fault, you know. I get over there, and I'm telling her, and she's like, oh, honey, she's like, I understand. She's like, we have a lot of that going on today. She's like, let me get in here. So she gets in, she pulls my name up. And she's like, no, you're still scheduled on the original flight. I'm like, okay. And she's like, and it's not an hour and 45 minutes delayed now. It'll be taking off the next, I think she said like 25, 30 minutes. I was like, oh, yes. Okay. It was a nightmare, you guys. Then we get on the plane, and then we couldn't get okayed for a runway. So we sat some more. I finally got home at like Friday morning at like 2:15, 2:30, something like that. It was just a travel day from hell. And had I have known, I would have just canceled the freaking flight, right? And delayed it for a couple days. Had I have known. Yeah. Yeah, it was just one of those days, you guys. I was just so grateful to finally make it home. I was just like, you've got to freaking be kidding me. Like, this is insane. Anyone interested in Louise Hay? Afterlife interview done just last week on Channel York. Oh, cool. I'll have to watch that, Ken. Years ago, a woman went missing. Her name is Cassandra Ramirez from New York City. It's been haunting me. Do you believe she's alive? Sad to say, I don't really feel like she's alive, but I'm not going real deep into it. You know what I mean? Like, I would have to go like really deep into it to get like definite answers, you know? That's why I hate to give like answers like right off the cuff. You know what I mean? I'll write her down though. Cassandra Ramirez. Okay, so wow. Yeah, no air conditioner. Ugh, gosh. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I think I'm caught up. Yeah, so that's the thing. I'm glad you said that. So the flight attendant's like, oh, and by the way, they canceled over 500 flights today. And I was like, well, that was good to know that I actually got a flight. I mean, like, after the fact, I was like, wow, because realistically, it would have been nothing for me to be stuck in Dallas. And I know no one in that area, so I would have been sitting in a hotel somewhere until I could get home. You know, and normally, like, I love Southwest. I've never had a problem with them. I've had a problem with Frontier. I've had a problem with Spirit. Never had a problem with I can't even talk, Southwest. I mean, is it a pain in the ASS sometimes, you know, getting a seat? Yeah, but I'm usually pretty fortunate, and I can find like an aisle seat, you know. I try to hit either the front seats or the emergency seats. Oh, that's the other thing. So in that horrible second flight, no, it was the first flight, I'm sorry. No, it was the second flight in Dallas. This young couple gets on. I'm sitting in the aisle seat, and they asked if they could have a chair. I was like, yeah, no problem. They come in, sit down, and then immediately the guy's like, I need to go to the restroom. I'm like, why in the HE double toothpicks did you take all the time to put your suitcases away and sit down for 10 minutes? And then, you know what I mean? I was like, really? This is how it's going to be the whole flight? Well, at the same time, the row in front of us, which was also an emergency row, the woman wasn't understanding. There was a Hispanic woman. She didn't speak English, and she wasn't understanding that because she didn't speak English, she couldn't sit there. And so this other guy's like trying to translate, and the woman's shaking her head yes, like she understands, but she's not moving. And the flight attendant's like, we can't take off until you move, honey. You need to move. You guys. Anyway, the young couple turned out to be really sweet. She lives in Dallas. He lives in DC, and they're in a long distance relationship. They're really cute together. Really cute couple. But yeah, you guys, it was just friggin' one thing after another. It was horrible. All right, let's get off that. So I want to talk about this one thing. I don't want to spend a lot of time on it because it's depressing and sad. The building collapse in Surfside, Florida, Miami-Dade area. God, that's horrible. I mean, there's 151 people still missing. And apparently right before I came on live, they brought in the, what do you call them? The trucks, the refrigerator trucks for the coroner. Yeah, I think they're pretty much thinking that nobody else is alive, which is so freaking sad. I mean, so yeah, I don't want to dwell too much on that. I've been stressing about it. I've been having issues. The night before it happened, I had a dream that a building imploded. But it wasn't like I saw the video of the building collapsing in Surfside, and it wasn't like that. So it wasn't that building. I know it wasn't that building. But I did see this building implode, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then I wake up the next morning, and then, yeah, it's hard, you guys. I wanted to get that out of the way. What else? Oh, Derek Chauvin. He was sentenced to 22 and a half years in prison for the murder of George Floyd today. I don't know if everybody saw that on the news, but yeah. Yeah, no doubt, Ken. Definitely no place like home with it. That was definitely the travel day from hell. I was like, that wasn't even the worst part. The captain's like, okay, we're about to hit some really bad turbulence. So we'd already been through hell, right? So we're like, oh, great, that's all we freaking need. It was nothing. It was nothing. I was like, thank goodness. I don't know, Tina. I don't know. The white wooden fence. Yeah, I didn't see any of that. It doesn't mean anything, though. It's just so sad. It's such a freaking sad case about the whole summer. Yeah. And it just, I don't know, I'm going to do a video on it, but there are just a lot of things about it that really bother me. And I don't mean to be like, a lot of times in these cases, people immediately jump to conclusions and they're immediately like, oh, it was a wife, or, oh, it was the mom and dad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like to do that. But what I get is what I get. You know what I mean? So it's just such a sad case. Yeah, it's such a sad case. My cousin Leah was murdered in 2000. No one has been charged. Really? Wow. Wow. I'm sorry you're going through that and that you went through that. I mean, that's got to be something that upsets you on a daily basis. You have to be a pretty strong person not to let something like that get to you. You know what I mean? It did. It did, Ken. I was watching that video and I was just like, oh my God, like those poor people. It's amazing that they were able to get out the amount of people that they were, I just can't even imagine. Like that 13-year-old little boy, I guess one of the bodies they pulled out last night was his mom. So sad. Yeah, the waiting. Exactly, Pat. I mean, you always want to have hope, right? So if your loved one's missing, you haven't been able to hear from them, of course you want to have hope that they're still alive. But then I think there's the logical part of your brain that steps forward, and I'm not talking about a psychic. I'm just talking about a normal, everyday person. I feel like the logical part of your brain kind of steps forward and says, there's probably a pretty good chance that they passed. You know what I mean? And I hate that. I hate like... Yeah. Oh, wow. Really, Tina? Wow. Yeah, I didn't feel like he was necessarily a part of it, Tina. I didn't feel like the dad was necessarily a part of it. I do need to like try to connect with her again and see what I can get, you know. But I didn't feel like the dad was connected. I could be wrong though. You know, that's so true, Tina. Like, I saw this guy who's like a building engineer, and he said, you know, of course I'm not there. I've not dealt with this building, but I was watching the footage, and he was like, it seems to me that the building collapsed because underneath the building, so the basement collapsed first. And you know, in my dream, that's what it was. It was like somebody put explosives in the basement and blew the building up, right? That's what it was in my dream. So I wake up the next morning and I'm talking to my husband, and he's saying, oh my gosh, look. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't think it's the same building. I don't feel like at all that it's the same building, which is not good either, because then does that mean like another building's going to blow up somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, oh, these stupid dreams. Sometimes they really get to me. Well, that's crazy. I would have lost my mind and rushed. I could stand there and watch. I would have been shot, I'm sure. Yeah. Yeah. True. I mean, I do know that it's possible for them to survive. But, you know, if you look at like all the cement that came down, I mean, you would have, you know, if you were near one of the bottom levels, you would have all that cement on top of you. Like, I mean, I would just pray to be dead quickly. Please kill me right away. You know what I mean? Wow. Wow. Oh, the dad was trying to cover it up. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I see this guy involved, and somehow I think the mom knows him. But yeah. All right, what else do I have in my little list over here? Oh, I already talked about that, or talks about that. Yes, Tina, I agree. Many, many prayers for them. I can't imagine, like, yeah. You know, I don't know if you guys saw that the walkway bridge in DC that collapsed the other day. So my husband, like, I hate bridges. And I always say, like, I'm so afraid I'm going to be on a bridge. The bridge is going to collapse, and I'm going to end up in the water, and I'm going to drown and die, even though I can swim, right? And my husband's always like, no, the chances of that happening. But then when something like this happens, and he was telling me about it, and I saw it on the news, I was like, this is why I don't like bridges, okay? Right there. Yeah. So, yeah, that's true, Ken. That's true. Yeah, the Twin Towers that happened, that's definitely true. I mean, and I hope and pray that they are still alive, but I just feel like, yeah, because they said right before I came on earlier, I was listening, and they said that they've been listening to see if they hear any sounds, and they haven't heard any sounds recently, I guess. So that doesn't mean anything, though. I mean, if you're pinned in an area, you might not be able to like bang on anything, or who knows, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, so what else was I going to talk about, you guys? Oh my gosh, did you guys see my little thing on Instagram about hoeing? Did everybody see that? So let me tell you the story. So we're coming back from Indiana to Kansas City, and I see this big old billboard, right? Get my hands in view. There we go. I see this big, huge billboard on the side of the road, and I even read it twice, right? And it said something about going to class, taking a class for hoeing. So I looked at my sister, and I said, is that something they do here in the Midwest? You know, because she's lived in Kansas City for 40-some years. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, that sign, hoeing for horses. Do they like hoe out their horses? Like, is that something they do in the Midwest? And my sister was trying to drive and she busted up laughing. And she was like, "That's horseshoeing, you dummy." And I was like, "What? No. I read that twice. It said horse hoeing." She was like, "No, I read it. It said horseshoeing." And I was like, "Oh my God, I read it twice." Like, so I didn't know. I thought maybe it was something they did here in the Midwest. They hoe their horses out or something. And so my sister was like losing it trying to drive. And then when I realized that it must have said horseshoeing classes, then I was losing it and we were both losing it. It was funny, y'all. I guess you had to have been there, but it was hilarious because I swear I read it twice. And it said that you go to classes for horse hoeing. And I was like, because when I read it out loud in my mind, I said, horse hoeing? Did that say horse hoeing? I read that twice. I said horse hoeing. My sister was like, "Oh my God." She was like, stop, that was so funny. I honest to God thought it said horse hoeing, okay? Oh my God. Sorry. I guess I should have been there, but it was hilarious. My sister was trying. So, I mean, my sister and I have so many like funny things. Like in Vegas, when we were supposed to pretend like we were deaf, right? So that the people that, come up to you and grab your arm and say, "Oh, come here, try this makeup, try this, you need this." So my sister and I planned it that we were going to act like we were deaf, right? I told that story before. So the lady said, I pretended like I was signing. And the lady said, "How do you say hello in sign language?" And I went, my sister busted up. She busted up laughing. And then I went like this to elbow her and she said, "What?" I was like, "Shut up. We're supposed to be deaf." So my sister and I kept like random times in Vegas, we kept like saying, "I wonder if she figured that out yet, though you really weren't deaf." I was like, "I don't know." Oh, sorry, you guys. Sorry. It was funny. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is funny. I mean, I swear I read it twice. My sister was like, so then my sister was telling me this story about when her and her two best friends went to Vegas. And her one friend saw something and thought it said something about a bunny was dead or something. And they were like, "It didn't say that." And they busted up laughing. So when we went out to lunch or out to dinner with her one friend, Harleen, we were telling her about what I saw. And she was like, "Oh my God, that reminds me of when I thought it said the bunny was dead." We were like cracking up. Sorry, you guys. My sister and I, we laughed a lot. Like, we laugh a lot. We just crack each other up the whole damn time. It was funny. And it was nice getting to see my little brother and his son. I cannot even believe my nephew is going into 9th grade next year, or this next school year. I can't even believe it. I still think he's supposed to be like a little kid. So when they got to Indiana and they knocked on the hotel door and I opened the door, I was just like, oh my gosh. First of all, my brother has gray hair. So I'm fighting back tears because my little brother has gray hair. And then my nephew, he's like grown up, So I was like, oh my gosh, trying so hard to hold it together. Yeah, hello. It was so funny. To this day, I wonder if that little girl, if she ever thinks about that, like, well, how could she understand me if she was, Oh my goodness. Yeah. I don't know, Tina. I mean, that I unfortunately don't feel like there's a good outcome. We do, Pat. There was a lot of years, like, she's 8 years older than me, or 7.5. So there were a lot of years when, we didn't hang out. You know what I mean? Because we were just so different in age. And now that we're adults, though, man, let me tell you, we have a good old time. We laugh our butts off. I mean, I could have stayed another couple weeks and been fine. You know, of course, I was missing my hubby and my dog and my cat. I was missing my son, you know, but I could have stayed a couple more weeks. I was having a blast. Why is my phone still vibrating so loud? You guys, so you know the neighbors that I talk about that have the little kid and he always comes outside? And half the time they don't even know he's out there. So I had a dental appointment today, and we get up and we got to leave, and like out front of their house sits like all this furniture. So we were like, are they moving out? I don't know, y'all. They put out like, it was like a lot of furniture. I don't know if they are reupholstering, refinishing, redoing something. I haven't seen anybody over there and all that. I mean, that was a lot of furniture. Like, yeah, I mean, that could very well be. I don't have a good feeling. You know, usually what I feel, you know what I mean? Like, right away is usually pretty spot on. Yeah. Yeah, me too, Lori. You know, actually, I can't say that because I didn't really hear about her. My husband was like, oh, I just saw this video about this. And I was like, are you kidding me? And it turns out that was the little girl that I judged about the night before, which happened to be Summer. But so I really didn't even hear about her other than, you know, my husband saying something. And then, of course, after I had that dream and everything, then I looked it up because I was like, what the heck's going on? No, they couldn't be evicted because they own the place. That's why I was like, what the heck is going on? But for a while, they had like, maybe it was like his brother living there. So I'm wondering if they had like a fallout or something because we literally woke up this morning and like all of this furniture is sitting out there. Like, so I don't know if maybe they kicked his brother out. Maybe his wife kicked him out. I don't know, y'all. I haven't seen the kids, so. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm late, but you're a psychic. I bet you knew I was going to be. Hey, Crystal, what's happening, girlfriend? All right, you guys, it's hot in here again. Whew. Didn't I do a video on auto? Did I do a video on auto, you guys? You know what? It might have been. I have two videos. Two videos that I put on private for different reasons. Hold on, let me see.
I'll leave this up a little bit and get cool.
Did I do a video on Otto Wambler? How do you say his name? Did I say that wrong? I thought I did. Otto Wambler, yeah. I'm looking to see, but for some reason, it sticks in my brain that I did. Do you remember, honey?
Otto? I think so.
He was the one that was in, was he in North Korea?
Oh, then no.
You sure?
Yep.
I swear I thought I did a video on him.
Is he the one that was stuck in?
He came back and he was in a catatonic state. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Trump brought him back.
Yeah, the government rearranged it.
No, you didn't do him.
Are you sure? You guys, I'm looking. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's sticking in my head that I did a video on him. Gosh, I don't know why, but it's sticking in my head that I did. All right, you guys, I guess I didn't do a video on him. Why do I think I did a video on him? You know what, guys? I don't know. I think sometimes I've had a couple instances where I've been able to connect with someone, but I haven't necessarily done a video on them. So maybe that's what it was. I don't know if they're divorcing. I don't think they've been married that freaking long. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but that, I mean, that could be. Who knows?
I'm going to go through them all.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't really talk too much about Summer. I'm going to do a video on her. It's just sad, y'all. So sad. Xavier. Who's Xavier? Oh, wow. Who can see private videos? Nobody, just me. But, you know, hey, Lizzie, what's happening? I had a couple that I privated. Okay, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, and I'm not going to say which cases, but I had a couple of cases that I had to private the information for, like, really specific reasons. Not bad things, good things, but I just can't have it out there for specific reasons. So I had to private them. And for some reason, I thought I had done a reading with Otto Wambler. I don't know why. Hubby's looking now to see if I did, like if maybe I privated it for some reason, but I don't think his wasn't one of them. Like, I don't remember because the issues that I had with the other videos, I remember like the correspondence and stuff, and it wasn't him. Wow. Thank you, Lizzie. Thank you, honey. Cassandra Ramirez. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that case. I'll have to like see what I can get. I can't just connect right now on here, you know what I mean? Because it's kind of like, yeah. So I have times, just so you all know, I have times when I'm, quote, off, okay? I hate this. My little air quotes, off. And when I say that, I mean, like, I close myself off to where I don't connect with anybody. It doesn't always work 100% of the time. You know, that's why a lot of times I'll be doing Friday Night Lives and somebody will be trying to come through. It doesn't work 100% of the time. Trust me. I wish it did. But, you know, just for times like this, I like to just kind of like, you know, not do readings, and just because you guys know, like, doing readings takes a lot out of a person, emotionally, especially when it's kids, like not just the emotional aspect of it. But it's just like this huge weight, like, on you at all times. And once I connect with someone or try to connect with them, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I can't shake them, right? So no matter how many times I try to connect with them, if I'm not able to connect with them, or if I am able to connect with them, it's like I just can't shake it. I just can't make it go away. You know what I mean? So, you know, specific like Gannon Stalk and Barry Morphew, Suzanne Morphew, you know, there's specific ones like that. And then there's some specific ones that I've dealt with personally that, you know, I don't have videos on YouTube about. I've dealt with them with the police personally, that just stick with me, if that makes any sense. And even, so let's say I try to connect with somebody and I'm not able to connect with them, and I try 5 or 6 times and I'm not able to connect with them. It's still always with me. They stay with me. It's like that case just weighs on me, and I just really have a hard time, like, not thinking about it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, you know, so when I'm doing this, I try to like put up like, it's almost like putting up like a fence. Like, okay, you guys, you can kind of look, but you can't come over the fence or through the fence. So I kind of try to hold them back to where, they're not like completely draining me, because this stuff does drain you, y'all. I mean, you talk to any psychic medium and they'll tell you, like, it drains you, right? It does take a lot out of you. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. But yeah, so, yeah. Oh, I haven't been here, Lizzie. I've been on vacation, so you didn't miss me because I wasn't here. It's a deja vu. I've had over 100 of them. They're because of you dreaming and what will happen. That really does. It could very well be like for whatever reason, I have deja vu on steroids all the time. You know what I mean? So it could very well be. Molly Golightly. I don't know who that is. Painting wallpaper is so much easier without print. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. It's just, well, as a matter of fact, their car's over there now. So somebody's there. I don't know. Somebody's over there. Her treatment on Cash Case and now Summer and Xavier is just wrong. I think she's money hungry. Unfortunately, there are a lot of psychics out there that's what they're all about, making money. They don't give two craps about who they step on. They don't care who they hurt. They don't care what happens in the process. That's not me. It never has been, never will be. I don't have anything good to say about anybody that puts money as their first priority, especially when it comes to being given a gift. You know, it's not like every single person in the world gets this gift. You know what I mean? So when you're given a gift like this, like, you shouldn't be effing around with it or messing with it. Like, you shouldn't do that kind of crap. It pisses me off. I don't even want to watch her because she's just going to piss me off. Oh, wait a minute, Ken. Is this the chick that Shanann's mom, like, can't stand, and she always talks about her, and she, like, really has a hard time with psychic mediums because of this girl? I bet you that's who it is. I don't know who she is, but I bet you that's who it is, because I watched Shanann's mom. I watched some of her cooking videos. You know, I never say anything. I don't go on there as my screen name, you know, because there's no reason for it. Well, I'm just going on there to watch, you know, videos on her making food, you know. I just, a lot of times I'll watch videos and not go under my real name because I don't want anybody to know it's me, you know. God, that's so sad. Wait a minute, you guys. You're going too fast. I got to get caught up. Hang on. Hang on. Wow, she deletes everything I say. I have to go on lives now. Yeah, I don't know who this Molly is either, Pat. Don't feel bad. I would just stay away from her. She's toxic. She sounds toxic. She doesn't sound like a legit person. Yeah, no doubt. What? Wow. What a piece of shit. I'm sorry, but that's a piece of shit person. Wow. That's insane. I don't like this person. I don't even know who this person is, and I don't like him. I can't say that. I can't say I don't like someone I don't know. She doesn't sound like a very good person, though. It definitely drains you. Wow. Deja vu, it's been happening to me lately also. Really, Candy? I've had, you guys, like, the visions and the dreams I've had have been horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. Really, Ken, holy crap, that is so screwed up. I bet you that is who Shanann's mom talks about. Because she'll be like, oh, that stupid psychic said blah, blah, blah. She's so funny. She's so funny. Yeah, it doesn't sound to me like she's a psychic. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was a full moon, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, because of summer solstice that people celebrate. I don't celebrate summer solstice, but I know people do. Wow, how screwed up is that? See, like, if she were legitimately a psychic, then I would be like, her gift needs to go bye-bye. But the chances of her being legitimately psychic are very kind of low. So, okay, wait a minute. You gotta yeah, I gotta get caught up. What's up, hon?
So no auto. Closest is Oren.
No. That's Lauren and Orson. That's totally. So there, I didn't do one on auto.
Right.
Huh. Holy crap.
147 videos.
Wow. Okay. I need to do one on auto. I'm not sure why. I thought I had done one. I don't know. I like that you call it a gift. Some mediums get mad if you call it a gift. Really? Why would they get mad? Like, do they think that because they're a great person, that's why they have the gift that they have? You know? I mean, I don't care what you believe in, you know, whether you believe in God or Allah or Buddha or the universe or whatever you believe in. What do you think? You're just, oh, look how lucky I am. I was given this. No, it's a gift, right? It's a gift. It's given to you for a reason, you know, and you shouldn't abuse it. You know what I mean? Like, people are so dumb. She's an Aaron Carter fan. Is that kid still alive even? Seriously, is he still alive? Wow. She's a self-claimed life coach. Oh my. That's even worse than saying you're a psychic. What a dumbass. Wow. Wow. She mocked Shanann and Cece. Wow. She drinks and gives life advice, allegedly. That's funny. That's one thing I cannot give is life advice, because when I drink, you don't want it life advice for me, because I'll just laugh and just say something totally stupid. Wow, she befriended her family. Wow. Wait, what does she go by? What does she go by on here? What did you guys say her name was on here? I'm just curious. Like, I have to see who this chick is. Oh, there you go, Carla. I knew it had something to do with Barry. That's funny. I don't know where I heard that from, but it's funny that you said that. Wow. Oh, Go Lightly. Is her name like Molly Go Lightly or something? You know what I thought that meant? So when you go and have a colonoscopy done, don't they give you Go Lightly? Isn't that the stuff that you have to drink to make you poo everything out? Isn't it called Go Lightly? Isn't that what it's called? I mean, that would make sense if that's what her name is. Oh, yeah, it was cloudy here, too. Was it cloudy here? I think it was cloudy here last. No, wait. No. Yes. No. Yeah, it was cloudy, I think. I don't think I saw the moon last night. But I think I did see the moon last night because it was a full moon. I think I did see it. Damn, I needed to charge my crystals. I forgot about it. Daggone it. Well, hello. Molly Go Lightly. Yeah, isn't it called Go Lightly? The stuff that makes you go poo. Yeah. Wow. Aaron Carter just boxed Lamar Odom. I hope he got his butt kicked, that little scrawny thing. I did hear about Britney Spears, and here's what I have to say on that. Not that anybody gives a shit about my opinion. So here's what I say. I think she has like a lot of problems. I think she legit has a lot of problems, but she's a grown woman. And as long as she's not putting her life or her kids' lives or anybody's life in danger, then she should be in control of her money. If she wants to piss through her money till she's broke, then that's on her. You know what I mean? Like, I do think she has some mental health issues, and I do think her boyfriend is a piece of shit. When I say the words piece of shit, they're pretty bad. Yeah. But she's a grown woman. I mean, she wouldn't be the first actress that pissed all her money away or went, had some issues, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's her money. She worked her butt off, for that money. She should be able to spend it however the heck she wants to spend it. I think it's ridiculous that they're sitting there telling her she can't have a kid. She can do whatever the hell she wants to do, or she should be able to anyway. She's a grown woman, right? Wow, she mocked them. Barely. He just lost a fight. Of course he did. He's such a little wimp. Wow. Are you leaving, Tina? Bye, girlfriend. Have a good week. Ooh, 10 days. Rain for 10 days straight. Ugh. I mean, I like rain. I don't like storms, but I don't mind rain. But 10 days, wow. Who is this woman who keeps walking by outside? Ran her own wife swap. She went to a home with no TV or Wi-Fi. Not sure if there was electric. They kept animals, and I think they ate them. She had to catch a chicken. Oh, I'm going to like this already. Wow. BX Beast Boy. Okay, you guys. BX Beast Boy. So is this girl like a legitimate YouTuber? I mean, is that what I'm getting? Like, and she just like pretends like she's psychic or something? Yeah, I mean, they definitely need to let Brittany go. Like, she's a grown woman. If her dad were doing this for the right reasons, then okay. But I don't think he's doing it for the right reasons. I think he's doing it because he sees a means to free money, She needs to do whatever she needs to do. They need to let her out of this conservatorship. Let her live. Wow. You guys are funny. I need to definitely watch these people. Wow. She was on are you talking about Wife Swap, like the TV show Wife Swap? Is that what you're talking about? Sorry, you guys. Am I caught up? I think I am. I don't know. Molly Golightly sounds like she might be a little off. I'll definitely have to check her out and see how she is. You guys are shedding so bad. Shedding like crazy. Yeah, I'll definitely check her out. She'll be somebody funny to watch. She was on Wife Swap, the TV show. That's funny. That's funny. I always wondered if that show, if the people were like legit, you know what I mean? It always just seemed like too perfect. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're a vegan and you're going to stay on a farm. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it always just seemed like it was like set up. You know what I mean? Yeah, Brittany definitely has some issues. Hey, Melissa, good to see you, girlfriend. Wow. I don't know what she was diagnosed with. Was she even diagnosed definitely with something? I mean, I'm guessing she was, and that's why she was put into the conservatorship. I just like, I was on TikTok one day and like, or was it Instagram? I don't know. But like she had some videos on there. And I started watching them and immediately I was like, oh, this poor girl, like she definitely has some real issues. I mean, I could feel it, you know what I mean? I really felt like almost like schizophrenic vibes, you know? I mean, I'm not a doctor, it's my opinion, but that's what I felt like when I was watching those videos of Britney Spears. I felt like definitely like schizophrenia. I don't know. I don't know who the chicken nugget kid is. No doubt. How weird. Kid, if she broke a nail, she would scream. What a wuss. Come on. What a wussy she is. Yeah, true, Pat, true. I mean, I totally agree. You know, I definitely think that Britney has a lot of issues. And unfortunately, her boyfriend is just, I don't even know the word for it. He's like a hanger on her, you know, because of who she is. That's why he's there type of thing. And the sad reality is I don't think he really gives a shit about her. I don't think that he loves her. I just think, yeah, it just sucks, you know. But maybe she would see his true colors if she had control over money and he wanted money and she said no. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Yeah. She said she was happy when her therapist died. The wife swap link is up there. Okay. Yeah, regardless of whether she has control over money or not, she's going to continue to have the same issues. So why not give her her money, let her live her life? I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who, you know, maybe if she had some semblance of control over her life, maybe she would work a little more towards getting healthy. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Maybe she felt like a human being again, you know? Yeah, what is this little guy's name? Did I write him down? Crap, I didn't write him down, did I? I did not, you guys. What's Xavier's last name? No, I don't think... I'm not saying Britney Spears is crazy. Not by a long shot. But I do think there are severe issues there. You know what I mean? But I don't give a crap how many issues you have. It's her money. She worked her ass off for it. She's a grown-ass woman. If she wants to have a baby, she should be free to have a baby. If she wants to go spend all of her money tomorrow and piss it all away, then she should be able to. It's her money. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense that daddy has control over her money. You know, what does he need her money for? You know what I mean? Like, he should be a grown-ass man that has a job that earns money, you know? So, yeah, so give her her money back, give her her freedom, and let her... Because like I said, if she feels like she's more in control, maybe that'll be the boost that she needs to make sure that she's okay mentally. You know what I mean? Like, she probably feels so shut down. She has no control over her money. She's not allowed to have a baby. She's not allowed to get married. And maybe it's not necessarily that she wants to get married tomorrow or that she wants to have a baby tomorrow. It's the point that they're telling her she can't. You know what I mean? They need to lay off. They need to let her be an adult. She's a grown-ass woman. Let her be an adult. I think, Pat, I think that's what it was all about, you know? And I mean, unfortunately, I do see like major health issues, mental health issues with her. But like I said, who knows? Who are we? You know, I mean, maybe it would be an incentive to her. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm on my own again. Have my money back. I can be, you know, a free adult now. So who knows? Maybe that would be the, you know, the push that she needed to make sure that she sought mental health, you know, counseling. Yeah. Yeah. I was so impressed that she did stand up for herself. You know what I mean? Because so many of her court dates, she just kind of shakes her head yes. And you know what I mean? Like, I was so impressed that she did stand up for herself. And like the judge said, that couldn't have been easy. You know, that's not an easy thing to do, especially when you're dealing with your dad and your attorneys and your dad's attorneys, you know. Yeah. Hey, Monsieur, what's happening? What's happening? Okay, I'm not seeing Xavier's link. Am I missing something? What's Xavier's last name? Just so I can write it down. I actually prefer not to even have a link to him. I just kind of want to write his name down and then see later if I can connect with him, you know? That's kind of how I do it. I really don't want to see, you know. It's probably better if I don't see anything, you know? You guys, are you seeing all this stuff about like inflation and like missing food in your grocery stores? Like, where did we go? We went to the grocery store the other day and like there were aisles that were just completely wiped. Oh, sugar. We went to get sugar and it's like all the aisles were empty. There was some flour, but like all the containers of sugar were gone, except like the ones that are like in a shaker that are like, here we go, you know, like in a cardboard shaker like this size. That was all we were able to get. Like, that's insane. Oh, Xavier Harrelson. Okay, thanks, honey. Yeah, I'll see if I can connect to them and see what I can get. Whew. Yeah, like, and then there's, excuse me, our like ground beef. Excuse me. How much did we pay for our ground beef last week, Mark? I don't know. It was some ridiculous amount. Like, ground beef is so freaking expensive. I'm like, that's insane. You know what I'm about to do? I'm about to start buying, you know how you can buy the cheaper cut of beef, like, is it the flank? I have one of those KitchenAid meat grinders that attaches to your KitchenAid. I'm going to start buying some flank meat, and I'm going to start grinding it myself. Oh, you guys hear that? My ankle is like popping left and right. It hurts. I'm getting old, y'all. Yeah, rice and chicken. Yep. It's like, okay. Is it really because there's a shortage at the food companies, or is it because people are thinking there's a shortage, so they're racing out to scarf up as much chicken and rice and stuff that they can, and then you have a shortage like we did with the toilet paper of 2020? Is that what's going on, or is it legitimately, because I will say legitimately prices have gone up, like food prices. I've noticed prices have gone up a lot. I mean, I went to Costco 3 weeks ago before I went on vacation. So I did go to Costco then. Things were a little bit higher, but not really bad. But then when I came home and we went to the grocery store, stuff's really high priced, and like there's stuff missing everywhere. Like, okay, for example, we have 2 Walmarts in our area. The one's smaller, the other one's huge. So even the huge one, so for cereal, for example, you used to walk down the cereal aisle and from top of the shelves to the floor on both sides, cereal, wall-to-wall cereal. Now it's gone from 2 sides to a half of one side. I'm like, where the heck did all the different varieties of cereal go, right? Like there's not the, like I went to place an order online and I was looking and there's not as many name brands as there used to be. Like, where did all that stuff go? I don't know. Aw, thank you, Candy. Exactly. See, that's what it is. It's just like with the toilet paper shortage of 2020 are people saying, oh my God, I got to go stockpile, 27 years worth of food in my basement. So I need to go now. I must go now and buy the entire store out. Like, is that what's up, y'all? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I saw there was a chicken wing shortage, Kim. I actually saw that on the news, right? I don't usually watch the news, but it just happened to be on TV and I just happened to look up and it said there was a shortage. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, what happened? Okay, so here's what I want to know. If there's a chicken wing shortage, what happened to those same said chickens' breasts? Where are their breasts at? What, we have their breasts, but we don't have their wings now? Do we have their breasts, but not their wings? Come on, people. Bye, Melissa. Bye, honey. Bye. Have a good week. Exactly, Ken. See, we think alike. See, exactly. How come there are tons of chicken breasts? Don't said chickens have breasts as well as wings? Well, where did their wings go? Where are their breasts? That's what I want to know. Bye, Carla. Bye, honey. Have a great week. Yeah, I don't get it, Ken. Like, did they butcher the chicken and they said, okay, we'll keep the breasts, but the wings, we're just going to throw them out? I don't understand it, y'all. I don't like chicken wings anyway, so I'm all good with the little chicken wing shortage. It's just a couple weeks. Yeah, I agree. That's how it is here too, Lori. Like, we'll have shortages on one thing and then all of a sudden it's there and there's shortages on something else. So I don't know if this is like normal. I don't know. Oh, I will say this. So when I was in Kansas City, they had a couple of restaurants that had everything closed. Like, you couldn't come inside. You could only go through the drive-thru because they didn't have enough employees. True story. They didn't have enough employees. I think that was at, I have to ask my sister, but I know it was at least one restaurant, maybe 2 restaurants were like that. It was crazy. That's funny, Lizzie. Yeah. What the heck was that? Ella. What the heck was that? I just saw something weird out my front window. Sorry. Ella, come here. Come here. Hi, yeah. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. You're a good girl, huh? Yes, you're a good girl. Oh, yes, I know. You gotta get your tail up there in the way. Hey, y'all. Yeah. Just gotta check everything out. You can't see her tail. What are you doing? Yeah, I was thinking maybe I would start buying like the whole chicken so that way I could make chicken broth too at the same time. Yeah, they actually said it on the news. There is a full-fledged chicken wing shortage in the US of A. Yes, there is. Yeah, the news was on. I wasn't really paying attention, and I happened to look up, and it said something about the chicken wing shortage, and I was like, "What in the heck?" It's legitimately there's a shortage, and I don't understand how. Ooh, cherries and pretzels sound really good to me. My friend's a chicken farmer, and he ordered 400,000. They told him to, what? Wow, really? You know, darling, I saw the meatpacking plant, like the largest meatpacking, oh my gosh, you guys, the largest meatpacking plant in the United States and overseas was hacked. And they said, oh, we were only down for a few days, so we're back up and running, so everything's fine. But I don't think everything's fine because there's definitely shortages going on. So I don't think, and they were saying something on the news about farmers are being given like, I don't even know how to say it. Like farmers are being given like, crap, how do you say it? Like they're being told, okay, we'll give you X amount of dollars if you just do away with your crop for the next year. Is that true? Because that's what they're saying on the news. And that really upsets me. So in other words, they're giving the farmers more money to do away with their crop. So they're getting paid more to do away with their crop than if they sold their crop. That's what I heard. Yeah, there's definitely, exactly, Ken. There's definitely something going on. Like the way this country is right now, I don't put anything past anybody. Like, there's so much crap going on in this country. It's sad. Like, I never thought that I would ever see America where it is today. It's really kind of sad. I watched a news program talking about the ships off of San Diego with the containers are sitting out there for 14 days. They used to sit there for 3 before they came into port. Wow. No, you're right, Jersey. I do know farm subsidies have been going on for decades. I do know that. But apparently, I wish I could remember exactly what I saw. But it was like, you know, so normally, say these 10 particular farmers in this one town, they normally sell, you know, all of their crop for X amount of dollars. Well, someone came to them and said, hey, if you destroy your crop, then I'll give you double that. It was something to that effect. Don't quote me on it because I'm probably wrong. But I remember my husband and I were talking about it, and I'm like, is that legit? Are they really going to pay him double to destroy their crops? Like, you know, my great-grandfather and some of my uncles were farmers, you know, so I was that little girl when I was little, and I would go visit my great grandma and grandpa. I'd be on the tractor with my grandpa, you know. So, I mean, I know a little bit about farm. Well, no, I don't. I'm going to say that. No, I don't know shit about farming. I know how to run some of the tractors, and that's about it. You know, because as I got older, my granddad, like, trusted me a little more to where I could go on it by myself. But really? See, Pat, I did not know that. I knew that they had like different programs to where they'd say, oh, if you sell to this person, you know, we'll give you this, or if you sell this, you know what I mean? I knew there was kind of like, it was kind of like contracts, like bidding wars or something type of thing, but I didn't know it was like that. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, I believe it. But what was it? I wish I could remember what the heck I saw on the news. Can't remember, but yeah, it was just something ridiculous. Like, why, you know, if they're saying we have this shortage, then why are you getting paid to destroy your crop? Like, it didn't make sense. You know what I mean? I haven't seen like well, at the one Walmart, excuse me, I'm going to go to the grocery store again tomorrow, but excuse me, at the one Walmart, the produce was a little bit lighter, but not like horrible. But like, we have a farmer's market, so I'm going to go there tomorrow morning and get some produce. But wow, the containers that the stuff is shipped in, it's not being sent back for them to be reused. They're sitting in the parking lots on the docks empty. Wow. Last year they were dumping milk. Why not feed the hungry? Wow, that's crazy. You know what's weird is I just heard recently that, I can't even remember what I heard, but that there's like some shortage on milk. So of course it's like, is there a shortage on milk or is there not? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to believe nowadays. I don't know. Wow. Wow. Too much supply is present. The price will drop by a lot. By limiting the harvest, it keeps prices up. Yeah, I can see that. Did anyone see Joe Biden whispering through? I'm not going to go there about Joe Biden. He needs to go home and he needs to retire in Delaware and he needs to be a grandpa. That's what he needs to do. That's all I got to say about that. Yeah, so is there a milk shortage? Is there, like, you know what I mean? It's just scary because it's always been so freaking easy to, I can go right now, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just grocery stores. Okay, right now I can be at 10 different grocery stores in 10 minutes. Those are just grocery stores. I'm not talking about CVS, Walgreens. Oh wait, I forgot Food Line. That's another one. So 11. You know, so where was I going with this? Oh yeah. You know, for so many years, like I've been able to get up and go to whatever grocery store I want to go to and buy whatever the heck I want to buy. Well, when there's a shortage, you can't buy whatever the heck you want to buy. So yeah, it's scary. It's scary. Lori. Oh, bye, Lizzie. Have a great week, honey. Okay. All right, honey. Thank you so much. Let me tell you, you know, I was running that food pantry. And let me tell you, it was ridiculous. We used to get, this one chain of stores used to give us milk, eggs, butter. So we were able to get fresh meat, fresh produce, milk, eggs, butter, cheese, like, you know, all this really great stuff to the people that came to the food pantry. Well, then that one chain of grocery stores said, nope, we're not going to do that anymore. So guess what they were doing instead? They were throwing all that food away. All the food that was helping all the people at the food pantry, they started throwing it away. You know, it kills me. I have personally gone and sat down with people at grocery stores and said, please, 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 can we have this food for our community? You know, the people need to eat. Like, hello. It just blows my mind when they're like, no, we'd rather throw it away than risk getting sued. You know, I said, what if we give you some kind of paperwork that says that, you know, we're not going to sue you if anything happens, blah, blah. Nope, sorry. Like, they did not care. They would rather throw the food away. It's insane. It's insane the amount of food. You know, I was going to several dumpsters, and you should see the amount of food that's thrown away every single day. And if you multiply that by all the grocery stores in your state or your country, I mean, it's just mind-blowing how much food is thrown away. It's insane. Wow, that's crazy, Darlene. They won't donate it. That's the whole thing. That just blows my mind. Trust me, I've sat there. I sat there with this guy. And I was like, sir, you know, maybe you could come to the food pantry and you could see like all the nice families that we feed and, you know, what we're able to provide them. And maybe you'll feel differently. And he was like, no, sorry, can't do it. I mean, he just didn't even care. Couldn't have given a crap otherwise. He didn't care. I don't like to talk about it because I get so upset because there are so many families in everybody's community. You know, it's not just my community. It's not just DC. It's not just here in the nation's capital and the outlying areas. It's freaking there are people in every town that are hungry, you know, and it's pathetic. Let me tell you, we have a school district here. And we found out, you know, the food pantry, we found out that these kids, when they went home on Friday night, they had no food for the weekend. These kids didn't eat all weekend, right? Because mom and dad didn't have money for food. We found out about it, so we collected money. We went to Costco. I personally went to Costco. I loaded up, took all of it to the school district, gave it to them, and she was like, thank you so much. You know, because what they had started doing was they were sending bags of groceries home with the kids. So let's say the one kid had 3 siblings at home and a mom and dad. Then they would get enough for their siblings and the mom and dad, right? Well, then people stopped donating money. And so it breaks my heart. I mean, like, I want to cry right now. Those little kids are going home on Friday night and in the summer. You know, they don't have food. Now, Monday through Friday in the summer, if they can get to the school, if they can walk to the school because there's no buses, if they can get to the school, they can get lunch, right? But what about Friday night to Monday? You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's insane. It's just absolutely insane. Yeah, that's the way we were, Darlene. I mean, we had like such great stuff we were able to get people, and then it just, yeah. Farmers to families. Yeah, I think I've actually heard of that. Yeah, they do. The majority of the places lock the dumpsters now. Yeah, they do. I was going and getting food. I was going to one particular grocery store to the dumpster and, like, you know, searching through and getting stuff. You know, I had this one particular family that they just had so many horrible things happen to them. So it was the mom and dad, and then their kids were grown and their kids were married and had kids. And so they ended up all living back in the mom and dad's house because they had lost their jobs and all kinds of stuff had happened. So I was going there and getting stuff and calling them and giving them food because, you know, hubby and I, you know, we gave money out many, many times to families, you know, and I felt so bad because, you know, I wanted to be able to give every family money and I couldn't, you know, but anytime we had money, my hubby was like, go ahead and give it to them, you know, and I did. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that could be true too, Ken. I mean, unfortunately, we had a few families that came to the food pantry, and it was so sad. We had a couple of Hispanic families, and like the mom was like, you know, my husband buys his beer, he buys his marijuana. What am I supposed to do? And then I don't have any money to feed the kids. So it's like, what are you going to say? Oh, no, sorry, I'm not going to give you food. You know, of course you have to give them food. You know, but the director tried many times talking to these people saying, something's got to give. You know, like your husband needs to stop doing drugs and stop so you have money to feed your family. But of course, you know, they're not going to listen to you. It was just sad. I mean, a lot of the people that came through there, their stories were just so sad. Like, yeah, it was tough being there all the time. Emotionally, it was tough. I mean, it was really tough to like hear all these people's stories when they come in, and you know, of course, my heart just went out to them, and I wanted to just hug them all, and I wanted to take them all back to my house. I wanted to bring them all home and feed them, you know, cook for them. I just, you know, it was just hard. Yeah. Exactly, Pat. $28 million. I saw that. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many people I could feed with $28 million? Like, I used to think about that at, like, oh, if I won the lottery, I could feed all the people that come to the food pantry. Like, I literally had it broken down. Like, I could feed the homeless people. I could do this for the homeless. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I wish I could. Because it kills me, when it's really cold out and when it's really hot out. My heart just aches for our homeless population. I mean, it just kills me. Yeah. You got that right, Ken. Yeah. You could be right about that, Lori. It's true, Ken, but it's so hard. Like, I remember sitting there and it's like, so because your husband's a piece of shit, we're not going to give you food to feed your kid. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you're so torn. Like, as much as I wanted to go, trust me, I wanted to go hunt these men down. And I wanted to give them a piece of my mind. But I didn't, but I wish I could have. Yeah, I don't know if there's still, I've gotten out of doing the food pantry for other reasons, but I don't know if they're still doing it with the elementary kids, I don't know if they're back to getting, donations again, or, hello, what are you doing? She's laying there watching me. Yeah, I think it was, is the Amazon owner going tomorrow to stop petition asking for him to be refused entry? That is funny. That is good, though. That's funny. Yeah, it's funny. All right, you guys, it's about that time. I'm going to get off here. I need to go put my hair up and get this makeup off my face because my face is itching like crazy. I'm sure his wife was definitely the first one to sign it if she was smart. Oh, my goodness. All right, Lori, Pat, of course, Ken. Who else? Who am I missing? Kim. I don't know who else is on here. But I love you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Darlene, JR, Jersey. All right. You guys have an amazing week. And I promise I will do everything in my power to get a video out this week. I've been so bad, you guys. Like, it's hard to even get in front of the camera again. Yeah, I'm gonna go sign that petition again. I swear I'm gonna go sign it. I'm gonna find it and sign it. Yeah. All right, you guys. You have a great week. Bye, Pat. Bye, guys.